The movie begins in a bustling fish market, where two men, Kang Dong-cha and Chun-sik, are unloading boxes of fresh fish from their truck. They work as fish suppliers, delivering fish to traders in the market. As they go about their tasks, chaos erupts when members of the merchant union arrive. They're angry that some traders haven't paid their fees and create a scene. One of the union men roughly pushes a merchant, warning him to leave the market if he doesn't pay up. Chun-sik complains to Dong-cha about how the union still owes them money, but when the group of union men passes by, Dong-cha and Chun-sik show respect by bowing their heads. Shortly after, Dong-cha receives a phone call, and both men quickly head out to meet the caller. They meet Chairman Park and a man named Lee. Lee proposes an investment opportunity in crabs, explaining the high potential for profit. Dong-cha and Chun-sik examine the crabs and become interested in the idea, agreeing to put money into the venture with Lee and Chairman Park. Meanwhile, Dong-cha's wife, Ji-soo, is at a nursing home taking care of an elderly man. She chats with him while performing her duties. Ji-soo works tirelessly between her nursing job and a part-time position at a restaurant to make extra money. Because of her hectic schedule, she often eats dinner in her car. That evening, as Dong-cha drives her home, he shares news about the crab investment opportunity. Ji-soo immediately cautions him against it, reminding him of past fraudulent investments that cost them dearly. In another part of the city, a group of loan sharks led by a man named Ki forces their way into an apartment. Inside, they find a man named Kim, who owes Ki money but cannot pay. Ki grows frustrated and contemplates killing Kim to collect insurance money. However, the situation changes when Kim's daughter, Soo-young, arrives home and sees her father being attacked. Intrigued by Soo-young, Ki decides to take her as a hostage instead of harming Kim. The loan sharks force Soo-young into their car and drive off. As Ki's group leaves, their car accidentally bumps into Dong-cha's car. Dong-cha gets out to check the damage while Ki, seated in the back, hides Soo-young from view. Dong-cha suggests reporting the accident to the police, but Ki's driver, Do-sik, tries to avoid trouble by handing over money and a business card. Ji-soo, upset by this interaction, steps out of the car and confronts them, disliking how her husband is being treated. Seeing her frustration, Ki exits his car, scolds his driver, and forces him to apologize to Dong-cha before leaving. The next morning, Dong-cha visits the merchant union's office to collect the money they owe him for his work. Chairman Kang reluctantly hands over a portion of the payment, but it's less than what was promised. Frustrated, Dong-cha and Chun-sik later stop at a convenience store for lunch. Chun-sik expresses concerns about his financial troubles, mentioning that the crab investment isn't working out. At the same time, Dong-cha receives a call from Chairman Park, who informs him that the boat carrying the crabs was intercepted by Chinese authorities for entering restricted waters. Hearing this, Dong-cha and Chun-sik become even more overwhelmed by their growing financial burdens. Meanwhile, Ji-soo meets with a lawyer to discuss issues related to her apartment rental. As she leaves the office, unaware of her surroundings, Ki's men observe her from a distance. That evening, Ji-soo and Dong-cha meet at a restaurant for dinner. During their meal, Ji-soo mentions the possibility of divorce, citing the strain on their relationship. Dong-cha avoids discussing the topic and instead surprises her with a birthday cake he had secretly arranged. Feeling guilty about their earlier argument, Ji-soo takes a taxi home and texts Dong-cha, asking him to return quickly. Encouraged by her message, Dong-cha rushes home. On his way, Dong-cha is delayed by Lien-ju, one of Ki's henchmen, who intentionally stalls him by transferring items between cars. During this delay, Ki's other men break into Ji-soo's apartment and kidnap her. When Dong-cha finally arrives home, he finds the apartment in disarray and his wife missing. Panicked, he begins searching for her. The following day, Dong-cha reports the incident to the police. They review CCTV footage from the apartment building but notice that the cameras near his home were deliberately damaged before the kidnapping. As Dong-cha and Chun-sik leave the station, they receive a call from Ki. He threatens Ji-soo's safety if Dong-cha contacts the police again. Ki also reveals that he left a business card in Dong-cha's fridge and demands a meeting. Alarmed, Dong-cha rushes back to his apartment with Chun-sik following closely. Later on, Dong-kol decides to meet Kay in a restaurant, leaving Chun-sik to wait in the car. Chun-sik waits for a long time and eventually receives a call from Kidi. Inside the restaurant, Kay makes an outrageous and immoral proposal to Dong-kol, offering him money in exchange for selling his wife to Kay. Shocked and disgusted by the audacious offer, Dong-kol turns it down.